1 second.
Okay.
Hey, Arthur, if it doesn't go off, if the music doesn't play, press this.
Press the last button.
Yeah, right here. Okay, tell me if this is too loud now. I moved it closer to me.
I think we are live. There we go. We are live. Oh, that's nice.
Like that?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Out there in Facebook land, it's 3 o'clock on a Wednesday, which means here's Gail Rose.
Hello. Where I usually am on Wednesday.
Where are you usually Wednesday at this time?
I do a lot of tutoring on Wednesday.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe your students are watching at this moment.
Yeah, I should have given them extra credit, you know.
Okay. All right, I am going to go on mute and stop my video here and go into speaker view so you can only see Gail. And very exciting. We already have a few people in the Facebook room.
Oh, wonderful.
So, but Gail, I will be here and I'll jump back in a few moments.
Great.
Here's Mrs. Rose. Woohoo.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me today and for this pre-Hanukkah celebration. So first of all, what is Hanukkah? Well, the rabbis said Hanukkah should be celebrated with songs and praises, and it should be celebrated in the month of Kislev on the 25th. Now, today's the 24th, so this is our pre, but tomorrow will be the 25th, and it should be celebrated for 8 nights. And why 8 nights? Well, way back when, in the land of Israel, the Greeks were ruling Israel, and they were not very kind to us Jews, not kind at all. They wouldn't let us read the Torah. They would just pick on us all the time, overtax us. And then what really, really hurt is when they started desecrating the temple. They would bring pigs into the temple. They just ruined it. And the Hasmonean people, our people, couldn't take it any longer. And under the rule of Judah Maccabee, they fought the Greeks and they won. So here was the temple. It was just practically all destroyed. And they started rebuilding it. And there was the menorah that they were required to keep oil in it and lit all the time. Well, the Greeks had defiled all of the oil, but they missed one little bit of oil that would last 1 day. Miraculously, it lasted 8 days. And thus we have this rededication, which means in Hebrew, Hanukkah. So first of all, one of the things that we should do for Hanukkah is to have a Hanukkah. And the Hanukkah has a section for 8 candles for each of the 8 days. And then it has another candle called the shamus. And this shamus is the one, it's usually higher or in a different place, so you could tell that it's different. And it's the worker. Its job is to light the other candles. Now the candles are not supposed to be for light, a source of light, but just for a source of beauty and enjoyment. So they do no work. The shamus does all the other ones. And we light it from right to left. That is the way you do it. There are 3 blessings, 2 blessings on all 8 days and 3 blessings on the first night. So this is from my son, and he made this. It's the blessings in preschool, and you can see it. I pull it out every year, and I just absolutely brings back so many good memories.
That glue and glitter work is exceptional.
This is Lee Rose's work in preschool.
Beautiful.
Now, and 26 years later, I still have it and treasure it.
Man, oh man. Lee, he had skills back then. He's got skills now.
Absolutely. So the first blessing is the blessing over the candles. And the blessing, the words are the same words that we use every Shabbat over the candles, except we have the Hanukkah. The second blessing is a blessing for miracles. And the third blessing is the Shehekianu, the song that we sing for firsts. Now, we sing this Shehekianu many times during the year, whenever we have a first. My favorite time is at a bar bat mitzvah. The 13-year-old has said the blessing before the Torah, read the Torah, blessing after the Torah, gave their speech, the parents give a speech, and then we all sing Shehekianu together to commemorate that this is the first time that they are having this honor. So first blessing for the candle, second for the miracle, and third, which is only done for the first night, for firsts. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvoto v'tzivanu lahadlik ner Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavoteinu hayamim hazeh b'zman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehekianu v'higianu v'kiyamanu hazman hazeh. And then after that is a song that we like to sing a lot, Ma'otzor, or Rock of Ages. Now, Rock of Ages is a very traditional song. It is the quintessential Hanukkah medley, dating all the way back to the 13th century. So there are 6 stanzas to the song, but only 2 of the stanzas relate to Hanukkah itself. But this song is also used for Passover and other times of the year too. So Leopold Stein, who lived from 1810 to 1882, made an English translation of this song. So I'm going to sing for you 2 different versions. The first one is from our beloved Debbie Friedman of blessed memory. And the second one is the traditional one, but we have the words are newish words created by Debbie Friedman. Ma'otzor.
I gotta say, Mrs. Rose, I
Yes,
have never heard that version, that Debbie Freeman version of Mao Tzu before. I
isn't that
like it.
great?
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
It has a lot of good syncopation in it.
And I like the way that it transitions into the kind of traditional Mao Tzu, or like it leads you into it a little bit. I really
Right.
like that. Yeah, yeah.
Well, that was the skillful work of Julie Sapper. She
Ah,
she she modulated
that
into.
was a nice. It brought us right in there.
Yeah.
All right, well, Mrs. Rose, I have to go to another meeting, so I'm going to take off. But there are people who are enjoying this on Facebook,
Oh, glad.
and hopefully we will all keep enjoying it. I'll have to enjoy it after the fact at this other meeting. But thank
Okay.
you for
Well,
all your music.
okay.
And
It's fun celebrating with our Temple Beth Shalom community and others.
woo-hoo. By the way, tune in tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. You'll see Gail lighting the first candle of Hanukkah on that beautiful Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Friday night, there'll be a few of us who are leading services here from the temple outside with a giant Hanukkah, and then all Hanukkah long. There's more stuff going on. So
You know, Rabbi, I know why you're leaving
why is that?
because you have mental telepathy and you know that I'm going to ask people to dance for this next song.
You're right. I knew it. I can't be a part of that. I don't like to
Rabbi
touch.
does everything but dancing. He puts his foot down.
Even during non-COVID time, I don't like touching people. I haven't done it.
That's not true.
Yeah, no, thanks. All right, you guys, you Gail, Mrs. Rose, you have fun. Audience, you have fun,
Okay,
and
well,
we'll see you soon.
all right. Bye, Rabbi.
All right, see you later. Bye bye.
So now my favorite Hanukkah song is written by Flori Jagoda, and she is a Sephardic folk singer and devoted her entire life, all 96 years, to reviving the music and language of her original country, Bosnia. Now, the Spanish Inquisition, there were a lot of Jews that had to flee, and a lot of people happened to go to Bosnia. And by the way, Bosnia was one of two countries that did not give up their Jews to the Nazis. So she just loved the Ladino language. And Ladino language was the language of the Jews in Spain. It took Old Spanish and Hebrew. So she played the accordion, she played other instruments. And during the Second World War, her father put her on a train. It took the star off of her coat, put her on a train to go to safety in Italy. And she was playing her accordion on the trains or wherever she was. Nobody bothered her. Everybody just loved the songs that she sang. So she met an American soldier in Italy, and she married him. They moved back to the United States, and they went, first of all, to his hometown of Youngstown, Ohio. So that's near my neck of the woods, Canton, and maybe some of you out there are even from Youngstown, Ohio. So in this song, Ocho Candelicas, which is Ladino for 8 candles, I'm going to need your help. So when I go like that, I'm going to say the word first, and then when I go like that, so first of all, 1 is uno, your turn. Dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho. Please join me for Ocho Candelicas, 8 candles in Ladino. Hanukkah linda está aquí, 8 candales para mí. Hanukkah linda está aquí, 8 candales para mí. Oh, 1 candelicos, 2 candelicos, 3 candelicos, 4 candelicos, 5 candelicos, 6 candelicos, 7 candelicos, 8 candelicos para mí. Hanukkah linda está aquí, 8 candales para mí. Hanukkah linda está aquí, 8 candales para mí. Oh, 1 candelicos, 2 candelicos. finales para mí. Oh, uno. Candelitos, 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 otro candelas para mí. Dancing time. Do the samba or whatever. Get up and move. Move your shoulders, move your hips. Get ready to sing. Uno candelitos, dos candelitos, tres candelitos, cuatro candelitos, cinco candelitos, seis candelitos, siete candelitos, ocho candelas para mí. Fun song, huh? Okay, let me turn this off. Oh, almost got it there. Oh, nope, didn't get it. Okay, so we've been talking about the miracle of the oil. So there's other things that are connected with our Hanukkah celebrations. So potato pancakes. Why do we eat potato pancakes? Because they're made with oil. Now, as you can see, I don't cook mine from scratch, but thank goodness for a lot of good people that produce them and freeze them. And then donuts, or as we call them in Hebrew, sufganiyot. Now, I've been lucky enough to be in Israel 2 times in December during Hanukkah. The bakeries are wonderful during Hanukkah. They have these donuts displays that are just gorgeous, and they bake all kinds of special donuts just for Hanukkah. It is wonderful. So, and then other traditions of Hanukkah. Hanukkah gifts. What is the origin of that? Well, some people say, well, it's because of Christmas, and especially in America, that the Jewish children felt bad because their Gentile friends had all kinds of presents for Christmas, so they started giving gifts for Hanukkah. Well, that might be true, but then there's also some other reasons too that might be true. So one is that in the temple, that sacrifices were a big, big part of the temple. And people would bring gifts all the time. They would bring silver ladles, silver platters, silver bowls. They would want to bring gifts. Also, another thing that might be an origin, so there were Jewish rabbis and scholars that would go around and teach the children. They would not take money. They said, we're doing a mitzvah, how can we take money? Well, they were very poor. I mean, they did need money. But the one time of year that they did take money was during Hanukkah. And that plus, when the Maccabees defeated the Greeks, Antiochus the king said, okay, you Jews, all right, you won, and so I'm going to give you a few more rights. You're going to have your own coinage. So here is Hanukkah gelt that is often a present for people, and it's in the shape of coinage. So some possible explanation for our gifts. So we're going to move on now to some songs about dreidels. Yes. And so on a dreidel, it's there are different Hebrew letters, and one of the Hebrew letters is the nun, and then next one is gimel, and hey, and shin. They stand for a great miracle happened there. Now, if you have this, when I was in Israel, I bought this dreidel, and it has the nun, gimel, hey, but then it has a fey. No, it doesn't, a po. For a great miracle happened here. So it's really interesting how they changed it. So in English, this is a top. In Hebrew, in Yiddish, it's a dreidel, but in Hebrew, this is called sevivon. Get my music here. Sevivon, sop, 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 Chanukah, Vukatov, Chanukah, Vukatov, Sevivon, sop, 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 Hatzikah, Ula'am, Nes Gadol Hayasham, Nes Gadol Hayasham, Hatzikah, Ula'am, Sevivon, turn, 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 what a lovely candles burn, what a great holiday, watch us sing and watch us play, tell the story everywhere, a great miracle happened there, it's a festival of lights, 4 days and 4 nights, Sevivon, sub, 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 Chanukah, Vukatov, Chanukah, Vukatov, Sevivon, sub, 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 Hatzikah, Ula'am, Nes Gadol Hayasham, Nes Gadol Hayasham, Hatzikah, Ula'am, Sevivon, turn, what a lovely candles burn, what a great holiday, watch us sing and watch us play, tell the story everywhere, a great miracle happened there, it's a festival of lights, 4 days and 4 nights. That was a speed contest. So, dreidels, how were they used? Dreidels were used in really for a kind of a decoy. So here, picture this. You're studying in a cave because your Torahs were taken away, but you have a Torah, so you're studying and somebody's keeping a watch out. Guards come by and you quick, put the Torahs away, get out your dreidels. The guards come in and say, what are you doing? Are you studying the Torah? Nah, we're just gambling. We're just playing dreidels. Okay. So they were used for a decoy for studying the Torah. So one of the best known songs is, of course, I Have a Little Dreidel. And I Have a Little Dreidel. No one knows the origin of it because the Yiddish version and the English version has this exact same melody. So what we're going to do is we are going to sing I Have a Little Dreidel, made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, now dreidel I shall play, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, dreidel I shall play, and then we'll do our second verse that everybody knows, and then we're going to end with 3 songs that are 3 verses that are a little bit different. And just for those of you who are big sports enthusiasts, dreidels are a sport too. Starting in 2007, in New York City, they started a major league dreidel contest. They did it in a lot of bars. So what they did, they had like a little box and everybody had the same box. They called it a spinagogue. And they would time people and reward them with all kinds of adult beverages. So now next Wednesday, we're going to have, or Tuesday, next Tuesday, we're going to have our own Major League Dreidel at 7 o'clock. And so if you would like to participate in the spinoff, just tune in there. So I Have a Little Dreidel, our classic and our closing. Ready? I have a little dreidel, I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, now dreidel I shall play. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, now dreidel I shall play. It has a lovely body, with legs so short and thin, a happy game of dreidel, come play, now let's begin. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, now dreidel I shall play. Next verse, can you see this? Ready? I have a little dreidel, I made it from a stone. A little doggy ate it, 'cause he thought it was a bone. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, now dreidel I shall play. I have a little dreidel, I made it out of locks. It tastes good on a bagel, but it smells worse than my socks. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, now dreidel I shall play. I have a little dreidel, I made it out of clay. And when I tried to eat it, my tummy went oy vey. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel, we shall play. Thank you for celebrating pre-Hanukkah with me. If you would like to learn some of these songs, email me. If you would like words for some of the blessings or some of the songs, I'd be happy to help you out. I hope that you have a Hanukkah that is full with light and health. Happy Hanukkah. Goodbye. Thank you for joining me.